G'day guys, Scott Jensen here from Ag Boss, and today we're catching up with Corey Holden, and we're here at the Futurity event for Victoria for the cutting horses. And mate, how'd you get into it?
Oh, I got into it when I was a kid. I went to a couple of schools when I was like cutting schools, and then just really fell in love with it and the horses, and and then just sort of went on from there.
Yeah, nice. And what age would you be?
I was 15, I reckon, when I first started doing it. Yeah.
So was the family into it prior?
Oh, we're into horses, but we didn't know a lot about cutting. Cutting's obviously got a lot bigger in like now compared to what it was back then. But just the concept of how a horse does it on its own was really intrigued me.
And when you're out there talking about doing it on its own, when you're out there, you watch, and it almost looks like the horse is reading the cow's mind. How much of it is that, and how much you're controlling the horse when you are out there?
Oh, most of it's them reading the cow on their own, because they're like a working dog. They're bred to actually work cattle. Over the years, it's got more refined, like working dogs, and they naturally want to work a cow on their own. We train them to let us help them a little bit with your legs, just to squeeze them around with your legs and stuff. But most of it's all natural ability, and they're just doing it on their own. Yeah,
because you see them out there, and it's that quick. You wonder how either you're making your mind up, or it's
for a horse to be that quick, they got to read it themselves. Yeah, you can't sort of tell them quick enough to do what the cow's going to do, or anticipate what the cow's going to do.
Yourself being a breeder, how many generations are you up to now?
We'd up to be 4 or 5 generations of breeding from when I started. We've been breeding, and I suppose the breeding I've got into probably more in the last 10 or 15 years, but I always had a concept of having some really good mares that could produce some good foals, and I was lucky enough to get the right ones. Probably didn't know they were at the time, but then most of all their horses all go back to 2 mares that I had.
Yeah, nice. You must be pretty proud of those girls.
No, they've been, they've probably been one of the reasons of where I am today. With what we do, I owe a lot to them.
And another thing too is there's a bit of I think it's a misconception on when people have been around horses, and it probably stems a little bit from the racehorse industry, is that you need to be a bit of a bully to the animal to make it do what you want it to do, or you need to be harsh on it, that sort of thing. When is that your the way you go about it, and I guess how do you bring out the best in like the most potential areas?
Well, you train a horse, like their natural ability is to work the cow, so you're just trying to harness it to teach them the most efficient way. You don't need to be a bully and stand over the horses at all. They all want to do it the right way, and you've just got to show them the right way to do it, and then just try to let that natural ability just come through. And I work a lot on encouragement, and just letting them think for themselves, and then they get keen, and then they enjoy it, and that's why you see horses out there that they look really bright and like they're really keen to work.
When they're settling the cattle, and you're out there looking for what you want to cut out of the herd, what is it that you're looking for in those calves?
The cattle, you just look for something that's happy to be out there when they're settling the cattle, and the guys on the horse riding through them. You're looking for the cows, how they react when the horse gets near them. Do they dart off? If they dart off, usually it's not something you would try to cut, because they look a bit too fast, skittish. So then you always look for something. If a horse steps to it and it just slowly walks away, like usually they're settled, So and they're calm. So you think, oh well, that cow could be a good cow, because it's easy, it's comfortable around the horse, and should be good to work generally.
We talked before about how it's an event like this. It really is a family thing. You've got to come together. So from a family perspective, you've all got to be on board. What goes into the getting ready for an event like this?
Getting ready is probably the biggest part of it. Like at home, you're trying to get your horses worked. You're trying to pack the truck. You're trying to what is at the show, whether it's got stables or you have to build yards, for it. So in every show, obviously this show you have to build tape yards because there's no stables or yards as such to put them in. So you have to prepare. You got to take star pickets and tape and stuff. So yeah, and then you got to take hay or organise to have hay when you're there. And so yeah, and it's a massive job, and all the gear you have to take to when you go there, you know.
So you're away from the farm. You're away from where you can just reach and grab whatever tool you need or product you need. What is the durability or the quality of the products that are associated in the industry? What does that mean? To you guys?
It's a big thing because it's longevity of the product when you get it. So your poo rakes and your normal rakes and your brooms and your grain scoops and everything like that. It's longevity because obviously you're there and they're getting in and out of the truck and they're using them here, and you usually use them at home too. So you need stuff that's going to last.
And I guess, do you have anything you want to say about your stud, C-Bar H?
Oh yeah, look, we sort of try to pride ourselves on breeding good horses and training and turning out good products, for what we get. So I suppose that's our main focus. When people send us horses, we try to train them the best horse we can, and we try to breed the best horses we can. We like to see them whether they're ours or they go on and do well with someone else. Like it's all. That's what we sort of look for.
No, one thing that does stand out is you just believe in quality over quantity. So that's a big thing. But hey, it's been good to have a chat with you, mate.
Good to catch up.
Yeah, best of luck out there.
You.
I saw a couple of runs earlier and some athletes, both the horse and rider. So real good, mate. Good on you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.